Billy is about to get a phone call with some good news.
Hello? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, well, shit in my pockets and dig for change. I've just been offered a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Croydon, a picturesque part of London that's on par with Dubai, and it's world-renowned for its savage knife crime. I've not been sleeping very well. What the fuck am I? What am I looking at? Fucking yuck! No! You may have noticed that London place names sound like a combination between Harry Potter spells and gargling jizz. However is anyone supposed to find their way around?
Billy is correct. If he's going to survive in London, he's going to need a guide video. There are certain things he needs to know, otherwise he might look like a fanny. London is not one city, but a city surrounding a city. There's the inner city and the outer city. The outer city is the inner city. Dissecting the city horizontally is a river of shit, piss, and eels. Sometimes the Buckingham Palace swans have been known to get sexually aggressive with children.
Well, now that's out of the way, let's try and figure out how to pronounce these places and why they're spelt the way they are. That way we can avoid finding ourselves on the receiving end of a crack-induced bayonet charge as we ask a stranger for directions. Let's start with the word ham. Hello, London man. Could you tell me how to get to Street Ham?
He just thinks you're fucking retarded. That is not how you say that word. When you see the word ham at the end of the name, it's actually pronounced
Okay, so Clapham is Clapham. Fuck.
Yes.
Fulham is Fulham.
Yes.
And by that logic, I'm guessing Street Ham must be Streetham.
No, it's not. Don't make me come down there. It's Streatham.
But why is it spelt like that?
When you fucking climb into my mouth and find out.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen. I can't see this leads to problems.
What are you fucking calling?
Knowledge. Let's go and get some knowledge.
Please,
Knowledge.
please,
Oh my
somebody
God, please
help
fucking
me.
help me. So the name actually comes from everyone's favourite stabber of large cats, the Romans. Ham meaning dwelling, or hamlet, situated on the main road connecting Londinium to Portslade. So if the stret part of the word comes from this Roman word that means road, then surely it should actually be pronounced street. The Normans, when writing the Doomsday Book, tried a slutty new rebranding campaign on behalf of Will.i.am the Conqueror, and gave it the fuckable new name of estrogen? Fuck it, who cares? That name didn't stick. Anyway, I think I've spent enough time in the Stretiverse. Let's get the fuck out of it. So, except for a few deceptive letters, the rule is ham is always pronounced
Correct, Billy. Always. Except for West Ham, East Ham, Ham Common, Hammersmith, Hampstead, and the Great Wall of Ham. Let's move on to the word Ford. Americans get this one wrong the most.
And Americans are used to this one being pronounced Ford, such as Henry Ford, Model T Ford, and I can't afford my leukemia treatment.
Ford is instead pronounced Fud.
Oh, so Catford is Catford.
Yes.
So, following on from that logic, Deptford should be pronounced Deptford.
Billy, I swear to God, I'll come down there and I'll do some pretty bad stuff. The P is silent.
So, I see a lot of words with wick at the end. How is that pronounced?
That is pronounced Wick.
Oh, so Gatwick,
Yes.
Hackneywick,
Yes.
and Chiswick.
Oh, that's fucking it. I'm coming down there and I'm going to break both of your legs.
Oh god, he sounds pretty serious. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, okay, so the word wick comes from Latin, meaning compact settlement or estate. Centuries later, the Vikings had their own word that sounded like wick to denote a creek, inlet, or cove. Up and down the country, its spelling and pronunciation is altered, resulting in these three words all sounding like wick. I've just been sick. So Woolwich is actually Woolwich.
Yes.
Fucking Dulwich is... Dulwich is actually Dulwich.
Yes.
And Greenwich is actually Greenwich.
Billy, you're going to die a virgin. That's Greenwich.
Oh, of course it is. That's why there's two fucking E's in it. Well, that's the most confusing of all the wicks. What the fuck is that?
Don't be afraid, Billy. That's just the rape of the English language. Let's go back in time. You're about to see some horrible, horrible things.
This area is called Aldwych, and it used to be a trading town called Londonwick. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, until it was pillaged without its consent by some particularly naughty Vikings who turned up and got a bit too silly. Look at them silly Vikings. After the battle, Londonwick was forever changed and henceforth became known as Oldwick. Years later, the Vikings came back for Aldwych II Electric Boogaloo and were led by a man called Sweyn Forkbeard.
Our history is nonsense.
But this time, the people were ready for that cutlery-faced rapist and he was defeated, as shown in this chilling reenactment.
What about this word?
Mary Le Bone? What is that, a French lady skeleton?
That's actually... How the fuck do you even pronounce that? That's actually Marylebone.
So why are English place names so strange?
See, what you're looking at isn't a load of English words, but a disgusting bukkake of Celtic, Anglo-Saxon, French, Latin, and even possibly aliens.
Throughout Britain's history, all of these cultures merged, molested, and mingled their way across this island, naming and renaming places after stupid shit. For the even stupider, illiterate British dirt-dwelling peasants to spend the next few centuries misspelling and mispronouncing, until what you're left with is a word that doesn't make any fucking sense. Aldwych. So throughout most of its history, Britain has basically just been the hobnob to an international game of soggy biscuit, which is why nothing has a straightforward origin. Let's take Canonbury, for example. You probably think, oh, it's got something to do with cannons, right?
Sort of. It translates to something like the manor of the canons.
The canons were actually Augustinian canons. The fuck is that hair? They were a religious order who followed the teachings of St. Augustine of Hippo, real name, seen here conjuring thoughts so profound they set his fucking scalp on fire. Now, we've already established that wick means some sort of place, like Cheesewick, Oldwick, and Dillwick.
Which translates to meadow where the dill grew.
Cockfosters! Now, places named Chester or Chester are usually derived from Roman settlements, but even though London itself is derived from the Roman settlement Londinium, Leicester Square... What the fuck is that spelling?
It's named after Leicester House, which is a building constructed by Robert Sidney, 2nd Earl of Leicester, whose life was so uneventful, his Wikipedia page actually felt the need to mention an argument he had with his brother-in-law, which resulted in him, get this, forgetting his hat.
What a dickhead! Now, it sounds trivial to us, but back in those days, for a man of his standing, that was the equivalent of getting caught shitting out of an upstairs window. He actually got off lightly. The 2nd Earl of Throbwazzles forgot his glove at a dinner ball, and the townsfolk ate him. Wow, this has been so helpful. I'm now ready to walk the streets of London without looking like a bellend. The city of dreams awaits me.
He'll be alright.